tonight, week number 3 at Cedar Lake. AJ, week 3 at Cedar Lake, going to be a fun one. 2 heats here tonight before the feature.
No, we just have 1 heat here tonight, but man, the of dirt racing we have seen this weekend, well, we're capping it off nicely with the Riding Dirt guys.
Our Riding Dirty Racing League ready to go green. They're going to get ready to fire it off here. New overlay up for you here tonight. We're going to try something new because why not? We're good at that, right, AJ?
Yeah. Well, just when you think you guys know the answer, we change the question. Good old Roddy Piper.
We do that just to aggravate everybody, right? They're like, we got it figured out. And nope, they don't anymore have it. No. But we are ready to go. Field double file up front. Esterwood gonna lead them to green, and here we go. Green is in the air. We're rolling here at Cedar Lake, and already trouble, AJ.
Yeah, that is the 312 sideways in turn 2, getting punted. As I'm pretty sure you're backtracking. It looks like he's gonna get punted by the 8 of Joey Hobbs.
Contact there looks like. All looked at here. Let's go to the replay. Holy, there thing. Just a bunch of contact there, man. I'll tell you, that on a dirt track happens in a hurry when you got that much contact and everything going on, AJ.
Yeah, it does. And good thing with this league is I think they have regeneration in their damage, so no harm, no foul, but it does bring out the first caution on lap 1 here tonight, and it looks like the lap counts are counting this week.
I've got them holding at 6 to go here. That's what it looks like.
Well,
what do you think we're going to see the rest of the evening here with contact that early, buddy?
Well, with contact that early, it just shows that everybody's really excited to get going here at Cedar Lake tonight. It's the first time I'm ever seeing a race real life or iRacing here, but it looks like a nicely banked quarter mile.
Yeah,
a little more than a quarter mile, and here we go green again.
Just like that, green in the air once again. 4 laps to go right now. Jonathan Esterwood out front. Jonathan doing a good job leading the way right now, AJ.
Yeah, he's doing a very good job, but we have cars around behind them. That looks like to be, as I'm trying to check, looked like to be Byron Whipperman. It looks like Joey Hobbs again, but they got it going real fast.
Yeah, they did, but we got ourselves a battle for the race lead right now. Up against the wall, banging the cushion. It's going to be Nolan and Esterwood down the front straightaway, double file into turn number 1 and 2, and it looks like Nolan gonna dip blow him there and clear off of turn 2, AJ.
Very good move in 1 and 2 to hit the bottom of the track right there and get the shorter way around. Nice pass, and he is slowly pulling away from Jonathan Easterwood.
Right there behind him, trying to run him back down. Nothing Jonathan can do right now. 1 lap to go now at 9, and coming to the checkered flag. It's going to be heat win for Nolan. Nolan gets it here in the heat. One and only heat here tonight. And it looks...
Yeah, so that's pretty much going to set the field, right?
Yes, sir. And it looks like at the very end, Zach Dickey had a problem as well. Dickey ends up getting passed by Thomas Dennis for 5th. Right there on that last lap, AJ. Everybody will hit pit road here. And warm-up is underway. We'll start hot lap sessions here tonight and get ready for your main event. They got 52 seconds to get ready to roll here in your main event tonight, AJ.
Yeah, not a lot of time, but when you're doing 15 seconds a lap, you can maybe get 1 or 2 down. Matt, have you ever run a dirt race here?
I have, but not in the street stock here at Cedar Lake. The car I ran here, I ran a dirt midget here, which doesn't even begin to compare to the street stock. I know it's got some high banking up on the upper groove that I expect a lot of your pro late model guys to take advantage of later tonight. Street stocks are so underpowered. Normally, wrapping the bottoms is usually the way to go if you're in a street stock.
Well, we saw it in our first heat race. That move by John Nolan, he went from the outside in turn 1 and 2 to then make the pass in 3 and 4 on the low end, completely clear him, and then drive away from Jonathan Easterwood. Do you think we're going to see a lot of that in the feature race?
Yeah, I think so, man. I think that's what we're gonna see. Is just a lot of dive bomb using the bottom, getting clear and driving away, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what we're gonna
Well,
see because I'm not convinced uh, that we are done just yet, buddy.
it looks like the track has been set to a state for the next session at 10%.
Right, I can roll with that. A little bit of track
Again, for people who don't understand, like me, what does that mean?
well, it's gonna be a little not. Well, it's really 10% not used up at all. It's kind of gonna be the thing here. 10% usage, you're gonna have a ton of grip. Not gonna be really all that slick. And we will get ready to go here racing in just a moment. But that 10%, guys, the track's going to be pretty tacky. They're going to have a really easy time getting these cars hooked up, AJ.
Well, our winner in Heat 1 is going to the back for a hard charger.
He's going to try to get that hard charger award. Starting in the rear, going to the front. Man, and to me, that's kind of gutsy to make that move, AJ.
Yeah, especially when there's 30 laps, so there is plenty of time. There's only nine dirt street stocks on the track, so not a lot of passing needed, but you still have to make those passes.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little different here, a little less cars. It's usually tending to be that the pro weights are a more popular division, AJ. So I'm hoping that the street stocks gain a little bit as far as popularity. But right now, 9 cars on racetrack ready to go for round 3 at Cedar Lake. Here we go. Green in the air, lap number 1, AJ.
Yep. And there is our first
trouble. Yep. And that was Thomas Dennis. We'll quickly take a look. Doesn't look like he got going that well. Then went in the corner, and yeah, that didn't go the way Thomas planned it, I don't think. So early on, AJ, with the cautions we're having, what do you expect to see as we move further along?
I expect them to straighten it out. It looks like we only had one caution in our heat race, and then after that, it was smooth sailing. But for the actual feature tonight, I'm expecting them to get a bunch of laps underneath them first, and then really hopefully battle when it comes to about 25 or closer to 30.
And now up front, you see Taft leading the way here. So it's Taft leading. Let's hop on board with Taft here for the restart. So Taft leads, first yellow of the night here. Esterwood second, Dickey in third, alongside Nemeth right now. No one back there up to the top 5 after starting rear of the field, AJ.
Yeah, he's doing pretty good. Already up to P5. Here we go. We're lined up and ready to go green one more time.
As you are on board your race leader, here we go. Green in the air once again. Everybody back at it up front. Esterwood assuming the race lead. 2/10 of a second over Taft right now, AJ.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Taft won last week in the dirt street stocks, so he's really battling for the lead right now. They're side by side off turn 4, going into turn 1. Little contact between Easterwood and Taft. Taft is going to have the advantage coming off of turn 2. I am completely taking over this broadcast by calling the race. And a little contact between the 42 and the 312. Can the 312 save it?
Nope.
No.
Oh, now the yellow flies for the second time in the feature. Good call, buddy. Whoa, racing kicked in for you for a moment, didn't it?
Yeah, I do okay.
There we go. We'll get them lined back up. Let's take a look here as we piled them up here, lap number 3. Taft, Nolan. Take a look right here. Oh. Well, that's why pace speed is. It was telling me they crashed. This work pace speed is so low. That's a new feature.
So everybody, thank you for joining us tonight. We are under caution for the second time. Matt, you were going to say something before I plugged everything?
Nobody. I mean, it's just if you look right there in the entrance of the corner, track's starting to slick off just a little bit, bud.
Yeah, it looks like, honestly, I think me watching the Chili Bowl all weekend, I'm not a pro, but I understand a little bit more. But when it looks like it's actual pavement, that's when there's like no water in the track?
Yep,
And it's just
no
all
water.
packed down?
Look at you. Packed down, no water. Exactly what we have happening.
And we have a car hitting pit road. That is Zach Dickey in the 42.
So we'll get ready to get back going once again. Green flag back in the air. Lap number 5 on the board this time by. Back underway here for the Riding Dirty Racing League Street Stock Division. Up against the wall once again, AJ.
Yep, nice job by everybody getting through turn 1. That 83 of Brian Taft has a hell of a lead right now. But here comes the 117 of John Nolan.
It looks to me like, AJ, that top side really, really juiced up right now for these guys.
Yeah, it does look really good. I'm expecting everybody to pretty much run up there. And then when that really starts to slicken out, you're going to see both sides, top and bottom.
Yeah, but right now, double file here. You see the 8 machine trying to move forward.
And he does, passing the 21 of Byron Whipperman.
Great racing right now.
Battle for second right here between John Nolan and Tyler Nemeth.
That's right there. I don't know, man. Nemeth trying to get that inside to work. A little bit of contact for Nemeth, but he's able to rock the bottom, AJ. 23 laps to go, and they're still double file. Nemeth
Leader in the wall entering turn 1.
Nemeth needs to drive this car off in there really deep and keep the car straight and try to slide up in front of Nolan. That's the only way you're going to get around him right now.
That's exactly what he's going to need to do, but he's had issues coming out of 4 and 2 both laps now, the following 2 laps. So he's going to take it top shelf and get right behind the 117 of John Nolan.
There you go. He'll do just that now. Nolan started at the rear by choice. Hard charger. Can he complete all the way to the front? He's got 20 laps to get her done here, AJ. And he is about a 1.4 off.
Yeah, that 83, Brian Taft is putting down some serious lap times compared to the competition right now. What's really helping Brian Taft, John Nolan, Tyler Nemeth are battling for the most part. Now they're right behind each other, but here comes the 8 car of Joey Hobbs. He's showing some life as he hits to the inside underneath the 00.
And I almost think Joey Hobbs stronger here tonight than we've seen him in the past, few races, AJ.
Absolutely. We haven't really seen a lot of him within the top 5. Ooh, big contact.
Oh, no. Great save by Hobbs.
Oh, and then he
got turned.
And he's facing the wrong way.
Yep, that's not good. Caution out. Joey Hobbs. Broadcaster curse a little bit there, buddy.
Did I curse?
No, broadcaster curse for Joey.
Oh, probably.
Yep.
Yeah, probably. We start saying he does a good job, and then he gets spun around.
There you go.
They both had it saved, but then he comes down the track onto the 21. Probably still didn't have a lot of control, and just gets mollywopped by the 21.
We gotta find out if they're running healing damage on these cars. I don't think they are, but on my end, they'll deform and reform.
I think they are.
I think so.
Is there a way to check that? No.
Talk to Joey. Might be a graphics issue with the damage model as well.
No, because it's happening with me too.
That's weird. Half out front. Leading the field around. Nolan second. Nemeth third. Esterwood fourth. Dennis fifth. 17 to go. In this one, AJ, 4 Street Stocks Pro Late Model Division coming up after this. Stick around for the iRacing.
Nobody go anywhere. That's going to be fun.
Yeah, the iRacing Dirt Memes Pro Late Models.
Here we go. We are lining back up, Matt.
Once again, line back up, lights off on the pace car. 17 laps to go here at the Cedar Lake Speedway for week number 3. After right there. What do you think, buddy? Here we go. Green flag back in the air.
Excellent launch by Taft, but John Nolan's right on his back bumper. This restart is probably what John Nolan needed.
Nolan going to stay with Taft here. 16 laps to go. They're both top two going to jump to the top, AJ.
Yeah, they're both going top shelf. Right there, the 17 and the 00 kind of ran mid.
Back in the pack, we got some battling brewing here. That's around that 21 machine. Great little race right here.
Thank you, Michael Overstreet. Unfortunately, you won't be here. That's kind of sucky. It's been fun watching you run. Yeah, power has been out. That storm is about to hit me in about an hour-ish. We're looking to get anything from 5 to 10 inches, so that should be fun. They are running healing damage.
10-4.
So anybody who's going to be caught in this, sorry, Matt, please be safe. Keep yourself warm. And if you can, stay home tomorrow if you're in a bad area.
Yeah, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. Period.
And there's a wreck.
And
going in the turn 1. Between the 8 and 21 again, it looks like.
Jerry Hobbs involved. Take a look. Hobbs on top shelf. Contact around they both go. Big impact for the 21 and Whipperman. One more look here at Whipperman. Unfortunate, car gets turned around. Pretty big impact into that inside wall. Now you did say they are using healing damage. So that's going to help a little bit, I feel like.
Yes, it is.
Now we will get 11 laps to go. Get them all sorted out once again. 11 to go this time by. So AJ, pretty good race here out of the Riding Dirty Racing League's Dirt Street Stock Division.
This has by far been the best race I have seen out of them when it comes to their dirt street stocks. Hopefully it transfers over into the Pro Late models. I'm really enjoying what I'm seeing here tonight as we're gridding up, getting ready to go green with 11 laps to go.
Here we go, coming to it. 12 laps to go. Lights are off on the pace truck. Here we go. Going to be up front Taft, Nolan, your front row, Nemeth, Esterwood, Dennis, your top 5. Green in the air once again, AJ. Here we go.
Yep, big battle for the lead. A little bump from the 117 into the 83 for the lead. Look at that 00. He's been staying on the bottom and true to that bottom lane all night tonight. Looks like he's trying his best to make it work, but not really gaining a lot of ground here.
No, not at all. Not really hanging on there very much at all. But you see it right now. Top shelf, both of your leaders, AJ.
Yeah, that was a really good 3 and 4 by the 00.
Battle for the race lead. Nolan now right there with Taft. Difference right now about 0.2 of a second. There comes Dickey gonna slide through. I think Dickey's gonna drop back right now, or Dickey's back in the 8th spot, excuse me, picking him up just in front of Taft. But what a race right here with Nolan right there in P2. Nolan driving from the rear of the field up to the front. AJ 1, 2, 3 right now. And can Tyler right there in 3rd do anything, AJ?
What benefit does the 00 have by not running that top line, which has been faster all night?
He's just running where they're not, hoping that top lane slicks off enough that he can make the bottom work. But I tell you what, with only 5 laps to go, it doesn't appear that the top line is going to get packed in nearly enough for that inside line to pay off.
Yeah. Well, now he's got to worry about getting passed by Byron Ripperman. Coming out of these turns, Byron's been right on his back bumper as, there's a little separation there, but the last couple of laps, he was losing time to the leaders, and
Right.
getting caught by our fourth place driver.
Well, what gets me about this too, no one drove through the pack, but once he got to third, he's kind of stalled out a little bit.
Yeah, if he's gonna make anything work, it's gonna have to be now. Look, he's going down low, seeing if he can get that though.
Looking for some moisture right around the bottom. Didn't find it though, AJ. And I think
not at all.
I think it may have cost him a little bit of time as well. He's gonna have a couple more shots at it.
Ooh, well, he kind of killed turn 3 right there.
2 laps to go. Half out front.
Do you expect them to use the bumper?
If he can get there, I tell you what, I don't think he's going to get close enough, AJ. Battle for second now. Nemeth making contact. That's going to cost Nemeth some spot. And Nemeth's going to drop the 4th off the contact. Meanwhile, Brian Taft through 3 and 4. He'll go up to the top shelf. Checkered flag waves, and Brian Taft picks up week number 3 of the street stock division.
What an awesome race. What a fantastic race. As you see Pyro getting launched from the infield right there. Brian Taft led 90% of this race, but the story of this race was John Nolan starting from the back to go for the Hard Charger Award. And can he get back to the lead? Well, he falls 1 position short in P2. But a really good run, Matt.
Really good job. He just got back to second, and by the time he got there, just didn't have enough left in the tank to try to make the move. I would have loved to have seen it. He just ran out of time.
Yeah.
I think you need that track on the bottom to come in a little bit more for him to do something. But, man, for what he had, really good job. You take a look. Let's look at some of the lap time history we had. If it'll let us. Oh, no, the checker's done out. Never mind. I think it's going to let us. But, man, what a great night. See here as they come down. Taking a look here. Amazing race, man. So what are your thoughts here with what we just saw when we get ready to talk to Mr. Nolan?
It was a fantastic race from beginning to end. 30 laps went by very fast. We've had, I think, 3 cautions, but outside of that, there was battles all over the place. And like I said before, the story of tonight's race was John Nolan going to the back of the pack for the Hard Charger Award and not quite make it at the first place. Brian Taft being the most consistent driver when it come to race time and completely take the victory away from anybody else.
Well, you look down at the bottom of the screen for the folks at home. You can see it right there. It was about a tenth to a third of a tenth of a second. Lap 26, Nolan was able to close in 6/10 of a second, or 6/10 of a tenth, excuse me. And then after that, 27 onward, Taft was able to get some legs on him. Started to pull away anywhere from right at a 10th of a second a lap to the most there. The final lap picked up 1.4, or the next to final lap, he picked up 1.5 tenths and pulled away to victory. So let's talk to Brian here. Brian Taft, Matt, and AJ in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do.
All righty, man. Well, you was able to pull back away from Nolan. There, you looked like you felt your rhythm there at the very end, be able to drive away from him.
Yeah, I was watching my relative because I could hear something, and I looked down. I saw it was him, and he was getting close. And then I looked down, and he was further away. I'm like, oh boy! I was just trying to run my line. It started getting tight in the center there the last couple laps, but ended up getting it. So we're happy.
Well, good job, Mr. Taft, coming home with the win at Cedar Lake here in week number 3. Congratulations on that. What's your thoughts headed towards your Pro Late models?
I'm actually going to miss the Pro Late models this week. I got a couple things I got to do. I've been watching football all day, so I got to help out around the house here.
10-4, man. Well, best of luck here. We'll see you next week in the street stocks. AJ, you got anything for him?
No, dude, you had a very hard charging John Nolan behind you, but he kind of couldn't get to your back bumper, but you put on a race from beginning to end. Was there any strategy? If so, kind of let us inside your helmet there a little bit. When it came to seeing him in your rear mirror or whatever, what'd you end up doing differently to make sure he stayed behind you, or did you continue to do the same thing?
The strategy is the same. Try and stay ahead of Johnny Nolan. He's fast. He's very fast. Cedar Lake is not my best track, but I got to give it up to Kilgore Consulting. Carl Kilgore is a machine when it comes to these things, and this thing was on rails. I don't run a mirror, so I didn't know where he was, but I was looking at the relative, and I see him keep getting closer and closer and closer. And maybe I should run a mirror, because then at least I'd know where he was. But I was just trying to. I quit looking at it and just figured, just keep running your line. If he gets around you, he gets around you.
Well, dude, congratulations on your win here tonight. Unfortunately, you're gonna miss the next race, but hey, at least you got to watch some football. Hopefully, your team won it if they were in the playoffs.
I appreciate that, and they did. I'm a Niners fan since I was a little guy. So yeah, it had me all twisted up, and they pulled it out. So it was a good night. 2 for 2.
Anytime somebody beats Dallas, I'm happy.
Amen to that.
All right, dude. Well, congratulations, pal.
All right, thanks guys. I appreciate it.
See you later, man.
Thank you.
Alrighty, let's talk to our hard charger, Mr. Johnny Nolan, trying to come through. Mr. Nolan, Matt and AJ in the booth. You got us.
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, man. You tried to take the hard charger, got all the way up to second. Just looks like you couldn't pull anything away from there. Was it the issue the bottom never came in well enough for you to go to the bottom and try to get around the Taft, or what do you think the problem was?
Now, actually, I was saving the bottom. If you watch the last 5 before that last caution came out, I was seeing where I could build my momentum at, and I went to the bottom a couple times. Like I switched around to see where I was building more momentum, and I had something for him. If I wouldn't have got contact, I think I could have had something for him at the end.
Well, man, great run all the way from last to second here this week. Big run for you here in the street stocks.
Thanks, bud.
Alrighty, man, what you plan here going forward with Pro Weight?
Just trying to keep running up front, keeping the momentum going, and keep trying to run Brian down.
And four, man. Well, best of luck in Pro Weight models here coming up, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
Yep, you too. All right, we'll quickly grab Whipperman before we switch over. Hey, Mr. Byron Whipperman, you got us. I don't think he's here. But what a race, AJ, it was overall.
Yeah, dude, it was a fantastic race. I know I said it about 5 or 6 times, but when it comes to dirt, I haven't watched a lot of dirt ever. This weekend was the first weekend that I really devoted to learning dirt terminology and dirt racing to at least the Chili Bowl style. But, you know, some of the terminology I know, but when it comes to actually watching it for a broadcast, it was a lot of fun, dude. They're a really good league to broadcast. There's a lot of action. There are some wrecks, but the battle for the lead and watching whoever wants to take that hard charger, I get really excited to see what happens.
10 format. Well, we're going to get out of here. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. We're going to come back for the Pro Weight models here in just a little bit, folks. So hang tight. We'll be back with you in just a moment. All right.
Yeah, it was.
Alrighty, back here, folks, as we got some time to kill, as they would say in the industry. Just kidding. AJ and Matt back here with you, and AJ, we're going to talk a little bit while we're under this break. Let's talk about all things Chili Bowl.
Yeah, that was my first time ever watching it this weekend. I'll let you take it over, and you could throw some questions at me and everything about it and how I thought about it.
Where do I begin? What do you think about how often they work the track there this weekend? Obviously, trying to keep the track in race ready shape. They did quite a bit of work to it. As far as time, you're new to dirt racing, so I kind of want to ask you there. Basically, what do you think about it? The time it takes to get the track right for them to actually go racing.
Honestly, I thought it was pretty cool that after every race, no matter if it was 5 laps, 10 laps, 15, 20, they went out, watered the track, kind of tore it up just a little bit. I thought it was really cool. Hopefully when it comes to NASCAR and their dirt adventure at Bristol, that they
follow suit.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
I think I agree with that statement. It was a heck of a week. I know there was over 100 hours of coverage, and I watched quite a bit of it as I watched it. I know I probably drove Kim nuts watching it, but it was so much fun just to be able to watch all that, bud.
Well, yeah, you pretty much drive anybody nuts, so I can understand it.
This is true. You are not lying, sir.
So how about trying to find her name?
It's Kylie.
Yep, there it is. Kaylee Bryson. I turned it on after I was done with my card. I play Magic on Saturday nights.
Wait a minute. You put Magic over the Chili Bowl this Saturday night? How dare you, sir?
Well, no. I had it on, but I wasn't really paying attention to it. And when I turned it on, I literally saw her come from like 6th or 7th place and just start ripping on the outside, just passing cars left and right for her to win that. What was it, B main?
Yeah.
And she drove her butt off.
Dude, I was literally screaming at the top of my lungs while I was watching her work around there because she did such a great job. And it's middle of the night, and Kim was trying to sleep, and she's looking at me like, "You're an idiot." But it was such a great night of racing. She did pretty well in the A. She moved on up to 11th, and first woman ever to win a B main at the Chili Bowl.
It says 18th here.
Oh, 18th is what she scored officially in the A.
Yes.
I don't know why I was thinking of that. I thought she might have. Actually, looking, I don't know much about her, but she does have. Now, think about this: she has 3 wins in her 143 race career so far.
Wow!
And she come up and pulled that off.
I think this was her first attempt at the Chili Bowl, and she ends up making it to the A main.
Yeah, she ended up making it, and so she's born in 2002, so that'd make her 20 years old this year. Maybe 19 at this point in time, assuming.
Wow, I'm getting old.
I mean, this girl, tell you what, she's going to take some people by storm, I do believe. As she gets older and matures into that career, I think she's going to do very well.
Yeah, same here. But, we both come from NASCAR backgrounds, right, Matt?
Yeah.
And just in the A feature, you had Christopher Bell. I know Rico Abreu had a little NASCAR stint in the trucks. You also had Kyle Larson, Ricky Stenhouse. I watched, Alex Bowman, Chase Elliott. I was really happy for our NASCAR guys doing very well on dirt. Kind of saying, hey, they're not just taking left turns on asphalt, but they can also do it on dirt. But the winner, Tanner Thorson, holy cow, dude! It finished what, about 1:30 last night?
Yeah, it was like 1:30 in the morning when it finally ended. C. Bell tried to drive his way forward, but I just don't think C. Bell's car was where it needed to be last night.
Oh, really? See, I'm not huge into dirt, and I'm gonna say yet because with broadcasting it in, the probably like 20, 30 hours of the Chili Bowl I watched, it very much looks interesting, and I
Yeah,
bought a year of Flow Racing for it.
yeah, you better watch some races because you got to make that year worth it, right?
Yeah. But other than that, I was like very much impressed with how small of a track and how much they're kicking out these cars and just flying in an indoor facility like that.
Yeah, man, I was too. It was absolutely a blast. That was my second year watching it. I watched last year and this year. Wanted to watch Gateway, but unfortunately didn't get a chance to watch that. But yeah, dude, I'm hooked. I've got Flow. I was watching a little bit of the Wild West shootout today. Yeah, Chili Bowl just ended. Wild West shootout was running. So I was watching a little bit of that while they were doing that. Just really trying to not only learn, but thoroughly enjoying. Honestly, man, it's so much fun to have something to watch like that. You know, me and you both are NASCAR guys. That'll never change. And obviously, the NASCAR season's coming. But man, dirt is really becoming my go to if I want to throw something on. And
Yeah, man.
I never thought I'd say that in a million years, to be honest.
Neither have I. I never thought in a million years that that would have been something I would even think about doing. But I got to give it to you because it took me to broadcast some races with you on dirt, on these short tracks to, all right, well, let's give it a shot.
It is. I mean, there you go. That's the beauty of iRacing, too. And people don't talk about this enough. The fact that iRacing can bring you into these other divisions of racing, if that's what you want to call it.
So, continuing to talk about the Chili Bowl, Matt, were you any sort of surprised that it was won by Tanner Thorson?
Admittedly, I don't know as much about Tanner Thorson. I'm looking forward to learning more. I thought it was going to be after the earlier on in the week with Seabell and Larson. I thought it was going to be the Seabell Larson show all over again. I honestly thought, how about Sammy Swindell though, running through the soup, tied the record for coming up through the soup early in the morning. I don't know how much of the soup you got to watch, and forgive me, I can't remember where he started. I wanted to say he made it to I's and started what in the F, something like that, means. It was a it was a crazy Chili Bowl, dude. Like I am thoroughly, which it's funny enough, I did some research from where my sister's boyfriend and her live to where the Chili Bowl is not so far away.
You said Sammy Swindell?
Yes, sir.
He finished fourth in the Jays, and let's see where he goes from there.
I think he started Jays. I know he went for a bit of a run. I know that.
Well, if he finished fourth in the Jays, where would that put him?
Because you transfer from the Jays up. I'd have to go pull the results up. Now I'm curious.
I'm looking at the results. I see him in the J.
You see him any fourth? Do you see me further down?
I don't see him. I don't see him in the eyes.
Okay, he might have been out in the Jays then. That may have been where he went out. So much. That's another thing with the Chili Bowl. People's going to be laughing right now at us, but dude, there's so much racing that goes on. It's quite honestly hard to remember it all. I mean, there is so much racing.
375 cars.
Kennedy. What about the car that got stuck in the fence? Can't believe we almost overlooked that.
No kidding.
He ended up stuck up in the fence. That was crazy in its own right. such a great evening, days of racing. I know every time I would get up, I would literally get up and just throw on the chili bowl. That's literally what I would do. As soon as the racing started, I was watching it. I just, man, I can't say enough about how much I thoroughly. And I want to give a big shout out to my friends there at the EPI, Elite Performance Industries. So a lot of their dirt guys is the ones that really got me to go get the stuff and start watching because you know how it is. You're sitting on Discord and they're all watching it and you're not. You kind of feel like
Mhm.
you feel like the odd man out, right? And I was like, okay, I'll go get it, and now I'm hooked. So my question now: have you seen anything other than the midget cars?
No,
Okay,
no, I've never seen any of the wing cars or.
it's going to be interesting. Here's what I want to follow as we go along with this. Right, I want to see as we go further into it what becomes your favorite class to actually watch. That actually has got me curious to that. What becomes your favorite, class to actually watch? For me personally, I'm midget and you modifieds,
Okay.
some and some late models. But I want to see how it ends up with you in the long run and what you enjoy watching because I think that's going to be interesting to track because there's so many different types of dirt racing out there. And on top of that, folks, y'all are going to laugh. The other thing I watched while all this was going on was snowmobile racing. Somehow I ended up watching snowmobile racing this weekend. That was, those dudes are nuts.
Well, for anybody who is interested in watching us right now, they already have a countdown on the Chili Bowl website, Lucas Oil Chili Bowl Nationals, presented by General Tire. Countdown 3, 5, 7 in days, 19 hours, 38 minutes, 45 seconds.
So they're already counting down.
They are already counting
There
down.
it is. There it is. So they're already counting down the next year. So am I. So much so that I'm going to try. I'm not going to promise myself, but I'm going to try myself to be in Tulsa next year.
There you go. There you go. We have about 10 minutes left in practice for the Riding Dirty Pro Late Models, as I'm trying to remember everything, at Cedar Lake Speedway. Right now, on the top of the boards, just giving you guys a heads up, is Michael Lannis at a 13-0. Sawyer Tinker, Doug Betts, Zach Dickey, Joey Hobbs, Dennis Crosby, Thomas Cody, Byron Whipperman, and Thomas Dennis are the 9 drivers in the race right now, and that is how they run. Matt, anything you really looking forward to on the channel, or getting ready to take over?
And they're obviously, we've talked about it 150 times now, but obviously looking forward to AMA mods coming up. But just so many things going on. Of course, me and you behind the scenes trying a new overlay system. That has been interesting for me to say the least today. But man, so many changes. A lot the same, but also changes as well, AJ. And what do you thought of the 2022 so far?
Well, racing wise, we're still early in it, but we have a lot of stuff coming up, like the AMA. There's a chance we can bring back one of our Sunday night leagues soon. Just a chance. That's why I'm not naming it. But we have a lot going on, and I am very excited for this channel in 2022. Because with the AMA alone, you got the modifieds on Thursdays and rotating on Thursdays. One Thursday a modified race, the other Thursday, following Thursday is the super late models. They off and on throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
So,
and it's just so much. And again, man, it's me and you do a good job of trying to juggle all this. Sometimes it's difficult. I ain't even gonna lie. Sometimes it's difficult to try to play the juggle man over here and juggle all of this, but it is also so much fun, right? I mean,
Oh yeah, dude.
it is so much fun. Yes, does it get difficult? Of course it does. Things don't always go the way you planned it or the way you want it, or something breaks, or you end up working with a new overlay system because you've had your old overlay freezing up. You don't plan it, but along the way, it's a lot of fun. There's good times to be had in mixed in with all the craziness, is what I'm trying to say. And what about the people that we've met, man? Some great people, whether it's, Joey here or, you know, uh, we just got done talking to a certain person I can't name because it's going to give away the league. But Tyler over at AMA, just so many great folks that come out to make all this possible.
Oh, 100%. And even with the leagues that we do not broadcast anymore, we still have very, very close relationships with.
Yeah, for instance, I think I talked to Steve from the now my mind's brought but Will's America Cup series. I think I talked to him on a daily basis. And
I just helped them with getting in a league because we have contacts when it comes to a lot of leagues that people might be interested in. And I'm just throwing this out there. If you're watching a race on our YouTube channel and you are interested, feel free to reach out to myself or Matt. We will do our best to get you in contact with that league owner to see if we can get you in that league.
Yeah, we try our best to get everybody somewhere to race. You know what I mean? Well, man, we got about 5 more minutes to kill. So what has been your funnest moment so far early in 2020?
Honestly, when it comes to broadcasting, I gotta say this Red and Dirty series, it is so far out of left field from what I normally call, what I normally do, that it has been a very much a fresh air.
Right. It's just something different, ain't it?
And that's what's so good about it.
I mean, I know me and you because we talk a lot off air and a lot goes into planning and all these fun things, right? And what we try to do. But man, for me, it it is challenging at times, but it's also so rewarding. And I'm pretty sure you feel the same way as well. That
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But, if you're going to give me a couple minutes, Matt, if you wouldn't mind letting me plug a channel partner,
go right ahead, sir.
Because I'm pretty sure as I'm saying this, you're clicking on the slideshow of what I think you are. Oh, we could read each other's minds. It's perfectly fine. Well, I know everybody hears my voice a lot on Extreme Sim TV with Matt. My podcast, the Nerds Doing Nerd Things podcast, is the channel partner of Extreme Sim TV, and Matt is kind enough to let me plug my my show every so often, if not 5 or 6, 10, 20, 30 times on a show, depending on how long the show is.
Yeah.
But coming up this Friday, we have our Disney's Jungle Cruise episode. That is with Emily Blunt and Dwayne Johnson, who is, known as The Rock, where I'm from. But this past Friday, we had our Free Guy episode. It was a lot of fun, but our episodes coming up in the future have some special stuff into it. If you guys don't know, I sponsor a couple race teams when it comes to iRacing, and we actually have interviews with some of the drivers from those teams. I ask a question about the movie or whatever we're talking about, and then I ask them about their iRacing career and the team they're on. So I think it's pretty cool. Check us out. We're pretty much wherever you can find podcasts. And sooner or later, we will be having the owner of Extreme Sim TV on for one of our wrestling shows, or even our Daytona 500 episode, and that's going to be Days of Thunder.
I know your co-host is not a racing fan, right?
Her parents are. She, meh.
Okay. You cannot tell me you couldn't stick her in front of the TV and force her to watch the Chili Bowl, and she would not find it somewhat entertaining.
She was doing a lot of housework when I was at their house playing cards. Her husband, on the other hand, was like, "Are those cars inside of a building? And nobody's dying?" So, and then he actually ended up watching it for a good 45 minutes to an hour until we started a new game because he happened to die first.
There we go. There we go. When 9 Pro Late models for the iRacing Dirt Memes Pro Late Model Division are ready to go. AJ, it's going to be a fun one here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, dude, I'm very excited to see these Pro Late models here, pal. We got about a minute and a half before qualifying starts. What are you expecting from these guys?
Same as always. They put on a good show every week. Depending on what kind of track we end up getting in the long run, how it slick off, how will that affect here? A little bit different. Cars have a little bit more power, so they tend to dig down in the racetrack more, give us more of a worn track state, if you want to call it that. So for the iRacing Memes Dirt Pro Late Model Division, it is going to be a lot of fun coming right up, and we're going to get you transitioned over because we're ready to go qualifying, AJ.
Yeah, we are about 45 seconds away from qualifying.
So we appreciate you guys coming out to tonight's show and listening to us yap during our intermission. Because we were sitting here and we were like, what could we do? We got some time to fill here. And AJ's like, hey, let's go talk about the Chili Bowl. And I'm like, I'm on it. Let's do it. And that's how that kind of came to fruition.
AJ got big brain sometimes.
AJ got big brain sometimes. AJ got big brain all the time. But we are ready to go. And if you notice, this race compared to the other race, well, I've changed up the overlay a little bit. Trying this new system out, so I'm trying different things, see whichever everybody likes the most. So this is the part to where you guys get to chime in. Let us know what you like, what you didn't like, what you think I should do different, and if you like the new system overall. If
you want my input, if you could make the iRacing.com a little bit smaller, I like this a little bit better because you have more of the screen.
Yes, sir. So we can do that next go around on it, but we have definitely got it figured out. Now I get to try with the tower. Let's see how this works. Set something up or not. You know, I'm known to do that, right?
Yeah, don't accidentally kill the stream because that's happened multiple times.
I would never accidentally. Qualifying underway here. Looks like what we're seeing, cars automatically to the bottom, AJ.
Well, I'm currently watching Dennis Crosby on his, Mr. Shoot, the 22 driver. Trying to think of the league he's in. Pony Express. Wow, I'm really drawing a blank here tonight. But he just put a qualifying lap, and he was middle of the track. But yeah, everybody else seems to be on the bottom.
Everybody right around the bottom here seems to be bottom heavy right now. We've already got 8 cars taking time. The only car that's not taking time right now is Dickey has not taken time.
He hasn't even made it to pit road yet to start a qualifying lap. So he's got about 3.5 minutes to do so, or he'll just start P9 and try to run through the whole field.
And you see it'll slide through on top of the board what the lap times were. Right there, look at that. Michael able to come in 13.161, AJ.
Well, Michael Overstreet said he's got his money on Michael Lannis to take the win.
Yeah, Lannis is a good one. What about Betts back there starting third? Tinker fourth. Cody fifth. That's going to be your top 5 when we get this thing rolling. And Dennis Crosby back there as well.
Definitely a couple names that are usually on the Extreme Sim TV channel.
This storm kind of wreaking havoc on us tonight, kind of cutting our field down. And you guys that ain't able to make it, if your power's off, anything, going on. We here at the channel, our thoughts are with you. Be careful. Be safe. Don't go anywhere that you don't need to. Stay at home, cuddle up, watch Netflix, watch past broadcasts, watch something, just stay safe. So we are ready to go. AJ, are you ready, buddy?
Oh, I am very much ready. We are gridding, and let's see what is going to happen at the Cedar Lake Speedway when it comes to these Pro Late models.
Yep, pro late model time. One of these days we'll grab supers, but right now we're in pros. And
Did you say Supras?
super, sir? Super late models. Brought to you by iRacing Dirt Memes. Thank you to them for coming on board for the season. Turn 4 designs. Of course, that was Joey ripped me out a really good looking midget for my race this week at Weed Sport.
There you go.
Picture of that. Good picture. Good action picture here this week of that one. But we are ready to go. iRacing Dirt Memes Pro Weight Model Division live here on Extreme Sim TV. Ready to rip around Cedar Lake. 30 laps in week number 3. Who's going to go to victory lane?
Well, we're going to have to find out. It's going to take 30 laps for us to get there. I am looking for Joey's vehicle. It's supposed to be P2, but I do not see him in P2.
I'm kind of confused.
He didn't make. I don't think he's made the field.
I don't think he did either. And folks, I'm pretty sure we're still at lap 0. For whatever reason, it counted the first 2 trips around behind the pace car. It's something new we'll have to figure out. But here we go, coming to green. Once again, there we go. Back to 0, back to green, and they're going to stay slow. We might be giving some guys some time to get out there. Yellow back out on the racetrack. Caution out early on. So Mr. Coppola, man, back under yellow early.
Oh, and now we're going.
And now we're going, maybe, possibly.
Unless you're just catching up to the pace truck.
Up. Yeah, we're still under caution. Yep, we're still under yellow here, so we're trying to get it. Or did the pace truck not come out? There's the pace truck. There's our old buddy pace car driver. And we'll get ready to do this all over again, AJ. Oh, well, man, in the booth, my friends. My buddy, AJ Coppola.
Trying to figure out what is going on here.
I think they're just trying to get them lined back up and maybe give some guys some time.
Hey, there's the 8 car.
That's what they were doing. They're giving giving guys some time to get back out there. Now, in the real dirt world, you have what can be considered guaranteed work time that they can get you, and that's what we're going to call this. So this was guaranteed work time on the 8. And
here we go.
Here we go. Got them rolled up, ready to go. Lap 4 on the books. 26 lap feature is what this is going to be equated to.
Ooh, the 21 hits. The 21 hits Joey Hobbs in turn 1 and spins him right around.
Man, oh man, oh man. Let's see if we can find out what happened here. And right around he goes. Man, big flip there. Who's that on his lid? Is that Tink Tink that ended up upside down? I think that was Tink Tink here. Is that Tink Tink on his roof? Let's see. Get back up here. Trying to find where Tink Tink ended up on his roof here. There we go.
Right there.
There we found it. Tink Tink going for a ride upside down. Let's take a look at Tink Tink. On the top, just gets a little help to Joey. Nope, that was not Tink Tink on the roof.
No, that was Byron Whipperman.
Whipperman on his roof. So poor Whipperman here going to wind up on his roof.
Oh, we're about to go green here once again.
And we'll get you back live in just a moment. as we take one more look at Whipperman ended up upside down. And we're bringing you back live here. Green flag back in the air. Perfect timing. 4 of 30 complete back underway, AJ.
Yeah, heck of a launch by Michael Lonis. He is flying on the racetrack right now, but look right ahead of him. It is that car of the Joey Hobbs machine looking to try to keep a lap, but it looks like he might not be able to with how fast that 5 car is.
Yeah, we continue to run here. And I am showing us, let's see, how many laps you showing complete, AJ?
We are coming to 5 complete onto lap 6.
All right, there we go. So we're 25 laps to go now. Michael
fixed itself.
out for, yep, it did. It's just the way the Sumo relays handle that differently than others. So I got to get used to what this does is it resets itself. So now we know, now we can kind of go on with it. Doug Betts, look at Doug Betts.
Joey up in the wall hard, losing that lap once again.
Almost Cody trying to slide through, but look at Doug Betts here trying to make up ground. The back bumper right now of Lonis trying to hang on, AJ. Can Betts get it done here in week number 2 or week number 3? 22 laps to go from Cedar Lake Speedway. Where do we go next week, AJ? We go to Thunder Valley for
good.
week 4.
Happy you knew it off the top of your head because I went to go start looking for it.
Yeah, we head out to Thunder Valley. Gonna talk to the league owner here and see if we can get the 360 race moved to next Sunday as well and do all 4 divisions at Thunder Valley.
Well, that would be interesting if that happened. But right now, Michael has a nice steady gap between him and Doug Betts sitting in second, but both of them are pulling away from the field.
Look back here just a little bit back. That's Zach Dixie up 3 spots, and Zach through the hot pits. Whoa, he got it woed down. Thank goodness all the officials were clear because he went flying through the hot pits. Never slowed down, AJ. 17 laps to go. Right now, race leader Michael leads. Doug Betts trying to chase them down. Thomas Dennis right here trying to hold on to his lead lap position here on Extreme Sim TV right now. 16 laps to go.
Slowly pulling away from second place, Doug Betts. That is the 5 of Michael Lonis. And he is looking to put Thomas Dennis down a lap. Gonna have currently 6 cars on the lead lap once he gets past the 99.
Yep. And there it is. So right now, Dennis is going to drop a lap down. Whipperman would be the next car to go a lap down. But Lonis is absolutely dominating them right now. Let's look at some lap times, shall we, AJ? This cool new feature that we have. And right here, we take it to lap times right now. Lap 16 last time by. Betts was a 10th quicker, AJ. 17th, he fell off, so we're going to monitor the lap times here. See who is...
Turn 3 and 4, big time right there.
And that 5 machine is doing a great job. But he is steadily losing ground to Betts. Betts is coming, AJ. What do you think here? Betts closing the gap lap after lap.
Yeah, last lap it was about a 10th right there, but wonder if this 21 of Byron Whipperman is going to help Doug Betts a little bit here.
Yeah, that's going to be the $1 million question, right? What do you do? Take a look here. Right now, it's still getting closed in on Lonis. 21 laps this time by 9 to go. Oh, crossover. That's going to cost Betts some time. Question is, how much is it going to cost him, AJ?
Checking there, not much at all. They're still a half a second apart, and the caution is flying.
The yellow out, that is going to solve that issue, isn't it? Going to get
I gotta go back and try to look for it.
It looks like Cosby and Tinker involved lap 22.
Yeah.
Take a look. I love this new overlay telling me what lap. and ooh, Tink Tink just going around. You got Tink Tink by Dennis. There we go. I did a Tink Tink joke. Dennis Crosby getting into Tink Tink, got the Tinker going around there. And we'll get ready to get back at it again, AJ, in just a moment. So, we are going to turn off the lap history for a moment because obviously we're under yellow. But AJ, it was interesting to watch that lap history. Now, let's see how many of them we can pull up here. Let's see. Please say we look back over the last 15 laps.
Let's do it. Let's see what Michael and Doug Betts were doing over the last 15 laps.
Well, it's not going to give us 15. This is no.
Oh, well.
Can't do that. But
Oh, well.
I think you can go up to 5. So here we go. We're going to get ready to go back green once again. Green flag in the air. Once again, here we go.
This is going to be Doug Betts' best shot to get by Michael Lanis.
Here we go. Tinker, Cody, look right there, third place, a little bit off there. But I tell you what, this is going to be a heck of a battle right now, AJ. But right now, it appears like Lanis doing a good job.
Yeah, it looks like he's doing a very good job. Doug Betts kind of killed that corner in 3 and 4 right there.
Picked up a little bit that last time by, lap 25, gained a half a tenth. He's coming, AJ.
Come down to the bottom side, be almost to the back bumper of the 5 car.
Oh, Betts going to rip the top. Betts looking for the momentum on the top side, AJ. This is going to be good.
Yeah, we're looking at 3 to go, coming to the line right now.
That Betts blinking out a little bit. Betts on the top side, trying to use everything he can. He blinked out, and I think that actually hurt him a little bit. May have lost his mark.
About that.
He's right there. Man, oh man, Michael is going to have to start looking in the mirror, and caution is out. Betts did not want to see that.
Not at all with what he was running the last couple laps. Michael Lanis had to actually go up and take the line away from the 3 car.
Take a look here. Thomas Dennis brings the yellow out. Oh, just got a piece of the wall, and ooh, tractor tire. Score 1. Thomas Dennis score 0. Caution back out. Man, does Betts have enough time to get that top lane rolling once again, AJ?
I don't know. It took 4 laps, and you're not going to have 4 laps here.
All right, even though it says final lap, it's not the final lap. It'll catch up when we go back green. Nobody panic. We still got another lap of this thing. So yellow came out with 2 to go. Caution laps don't count, so it should be a 2-lap dash, right?
Yeah.
So he's going to have 2 laps to wind that thing up and send it in there as hard as he can. And I just don't know if that's going to make it. 2 laps, I don't think's enough.
He's going to have to have, Doug Betts is going to have a really good restart and then be able to get by Michael Lanis.
We're on board Betts here for the restart. Here we go. Racing Dirt Memes Pro late model. Week 3, 2 to go. Coming out of turn 4. Flagman's going to put the green one in the air. We're rolling. On board with Betts. Good to even start by both of them, AJ. Going 1 to go. It gave him the white flag that time by, AJ.
Well, this is going to be
This is going to be it. Betts can't do it. Wow. Ooh. And well, maybe that was it. Now we're going to come around 1 to go.
Yeah, that was it.
For sure. But Lanis holds off Betts in an epic finish here tonight. Man, what could have been if that yellow hadn't come out, AJ?
It would have been an amazing battle for the lead. The way Doug Betts was catching the 5 car was by far hand over fist a lap. But the thing is, once Michael decided to block Doug's line. I'd be really curious to see if Doug was going to be able to, go to the low line and make that pass.
Yeah, I would have been too. Yeah, I got a feel for Betts, man, because if he'd had some time to get that top rolling again, I think he was going to victory lane tonight. Unfortunately, I don't see any of our top 3 in Discord. Well, wait a minute. But man, this was such a great race, buddy. Man, Bristol coming up is going to be such much fun. And let's see here. Tink Tink's in Discord. There's Michael. Hey, Michael, buddy. Matt and AJ in the booth. Get a copy.
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
Doing all right, man. I'm going to be honest with you, man. I feel like that last yellow saved your bacon a little bit. You had Betts coming. That yellow kind of killed his momentum.
Yeah, the yellow right before that killed mine. He got it tangled up with a lap car, I think, and I was about to send this thing to Gapplebee's, and I'm like, caution came out. I'm like, all right. Well, then he figured out that top. I knew it was there, but I had ran the bottom the whole race, and I'm thinking, if I can just keep this thing rolling, the momentum up off. I was a lot better up off the 4 than he was on the top, and then he started to I noticed he started to go down low in 1 and 2 and high in 3 and 4, and then he started buzzing the top. I'm like, here he comes. So if that caution didn't come out, I'm not kidding you, that next corner I was going high, because in practice the track got about where the track state is right now, and I'm actually geared to run the top because I was ready for it. And so if that caution didn't come out, I was at least going to be mirror driving him for a lap to figure out if I could run the top like he could, because he was definitely coming. So.
Well, man, you tried to get to Gapplebee's, didn't get that, but you got victory lane here tonight at least.
Absolutely. Doug is a great driver. Me and him's put on some really good races this year already, and I think it's going to continue for the rest of the season. So I got tons of respect for the guy, and I don't even know him outside of this place, out of this league. So this is what it's about, guys coming in here and putting down some good laps and racing clean, and learning some different driving styles from each other, and definitely learn and get faster.
Well, man, good run here tonight. Hopefully next week maybe you can go to Gapplebee's.
I don't think so. I've never raced a race at Bristol in a pro, so we're going to Bristol, and not a lot of people run there. At least not the people I know, and I got some setup building to do this week for sure.
Tell you what, the last time that I messed around with Bristol was after it first came out. We had the Bristol Nationals last year. Track just runs so awkwardly for a dirt vehicle.
Yeah,
it's really a 1-lane racetrack.
Yeah, I'm hoping that the track I'm just hoping to survive next week. We got win number 2 here, and this is a track that I had circled just because I run a lot of laps here and I enjoy this place a lot. It's my style. It's 3/8 high banked. It's what I race at home and in real life. And so this track here, tracks like this, Lanier, Fairbury, those are my meal tickets. So places like this is what I live for, and I kind of just tolerate the schedule the best I can. Joey's picked a lot of cool racetracks that we don't really get to race at a lot, so I look forward to the opportunity, but I'm excited to see where I stack up with these guys. I'll definitely be putting some laps in.
Well, man, I'm hoping next week when we go to Bristol, and Joey will have to look at this, the admin team will have to look at this, and maybe bumping the track state up a little bit to try to get that place to open up, because with it tacky, it tends to be 1 lane right around the bottom.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, I'm happy with whatever he chooses. I'm just looking to survive. I'm looking for a good qualifying effort, and pretty much just pray that I don't screw it up. If we qualify in the top 3 or 4, I'll be happy with that. And if it is 1 lane, I'd be happy with the podium. It's one of them tracks that's just a big old question mark for me. And I'm going to be running some laps with my team and the guys back at FML and figure out what we can do to make this thing faster, and hopefully get a little bit better before next week.
Yeah, and Thor, man, well, again, congratulations. Great run here tonight. Congrats on the win, buddy.
Thank you. Real quick, I want to thank a couple people, High Point Firearms, BCM Sim Products, Dice Race Designs, Black Diamond Transport, OVDTR, and my wife Abby for letting me come down here and run, hang out with the boys.
All right, man. Well, you did a great job, man, and getting her done here tonight, bud. Congratulations.
Thanks, buddy. Take care, guys.
Thank you, Michael. Let's talk to the man coming home second, Mr. Betts. Matt in the booth, get a copy.
Yes, sir. How you doing?
Well, you had her wound up around the top, buddy, and then the yellow came out.
Yeah, that was an untimely yellow. And I don't think I needed about another 10 laps, really, to be honest with you.
I mean, if you go back and watch the live broadcast later on, look at your lap times comparison. You were knocking about a half a tenth a lap.
Yeah.
And you were doing a really good job consistently doing that. And I was just telling AJ, I'm like, he's going to get there. We're going to have a battle. And then unfortunately, caution comes out. Hey, you just don't have enough time to wind it back up.
Yeah, the old snake bite caution. But, Michael earned that. He was fast from the get-go. Ran a good race. So, you can't really complain about a second place finish, though.
Oh, sir, man. Well, second place finish here in the iRacing Dirt Memes Dirt Pro Weight model. You head to Bristol, Tennessee next week. We just talked to the race winner about that. My fear, like I was telling him, I'm afraid it's going to be locked around the bottom. We'll have to wait and see. What's your opinion?
Honestly, I probably have only raced that track maybe 5 times. Not my favorite. I don't really care for it. So we're just going to go after it, get what we can get out of it. Try to salvage a decent finish and move on to the following week.
Again, man. Well, a question for you since I get you in here, and I meant to ask Michael and forgot to. With news dropping this week, Port Royal's coming along with a few more, as next season, maybe even possibly. Well, what do you think about Port Royal and some of the other places coming?
Really looking forward to I-55 and Lucas Oil. I kind of feel Port Royal will kind of race like USA maybe. Right. So it's just another long, half-mile track. But any new content is always great. Kind of looking for the small indie track to race some midgets on. Right. That'll probably be next year, from what I'm understanding. But yeah, looking forward to the new content for sure.
I'm hoping we may eventually see Gateway, just for the sake of having it. Yeah. We got the Chili Bowl. It would be nice to have Gateway too.
Yeah, it'd be fun because it's it's a little wider. Obviously you can race late models and mods on a little cleaner. It's kind of hard to run Chili Bowl with the bigger cars, but it's still fun if you get the right group in there.
Yes, it is, man. Well, Doug, man, coming home second here tonight, buddy. Congratulations, a great run. Maybe we'll get her wound up next week. Go get Victory Lane.
Yeah, yes. I want to thank you guys for doing the broadcast for us. You guys always do a spectacular job. Dirt FX Designs for my new skin, dude, he knocked that thing out the park. I really, really am liking it. And you can definitely see me coming if you're looking in the mirror.
I might have to go check out Dirt FX Designs. Yeah,
he does a real good job. You can't. To me, he's second to none. Plus, he's a real good friend of ours. But yeah, and thank Joey Hobbs for putting the league on.
There we go. Well, again, man, congratulations, Doug, coming home P2 tonight.
All right. Once again, thank you, guys.
No problem, man. Well, AJ, buddy, I've kind of robbed the interviews from you. I apologize, but
no, you're fine. You do a really good job, and I was able to go look outside and see how much snow has already fallen in the hour we've had. So I will let you continue while I do some other stuff.
Preparing for winter to hit. Oh, big snow. Think you got me, buddy.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, man. So I was watching the race for the lead, and I seen you back there involved in some incidents. Explain to me how in the Sam Hale you ended up third out of all that.
Dude, I have no idea. I was talking to Lonis there, and like that first start, I don't know if it net coded and me and Hobbs got together or, whatever. And then some reason I went off into 3 and 4 with Dennis behind me, and it's like the whole rear of the car picked up off the ground and just spun me around. So I don't I don't know how we managed to come back to it, but we did.
Well, man, I know, of course, right now everybody's going through this weather hitting. Kind of hurt our car count a little bit. The guy's not able to make it due to weather and internet connections and whatnot. But still, pretty good race for the 9 we had here tonight.
Yeah, it was a pretty good race. I mean, I think the top 5 or so had a good close battle there at one point. So.
Man, I appreciate you coming down, Tink Tink. And yes, that is now your nickname, Tink Tink, if you haven't noticed on the broadcast.
All right, that'll work with me.
Maybe Tink Tink can go to Victory Lane.
No, we're gonna try. We're gonna try to go to Victory Lane.
Hey, take Michael next week, Mr. Tink Tink. Take him to Applebee's.
No, we're gonna try our best. We both was saying that we don't really know that track a whole lot, so we don't know what we're gonna have to do to get cars set up for it. But we're gonna see if we can throw something together and see if it'll be fast or not.
I'm going to go run some laps there just to be able to broadcast it to understand what's going on, because I haven't touched it really since last year.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a high bank track. It's just one little bobble and you can lose 4 or 5 spots on it.
Midget cars on there would be hilarious.
Yeah, that and the non-winged would be pretty fun.
I'd imagine a midget car could throw some pretty big sliders.
Yeah, you'd probably throw some real big ones on there and have some fun.
Damn, for man. Well, best of luck going into next week, Tink Tink.
All right, thank you.
All right, see you later, buddy.
See you.
All right, that is your top 3 here tonight, and I think AJ may be still here, maybe not.
I'm still here, pal.
He's still here. Thank you for coming out, buddy. Be careful tomorrow when you go to work, man. Take your time, take it easy. Don't do anything craziness.
That goes for everybody. I know the whole eastern seaboard, I think all the way to Pennsylvania, are seeing either a combination of snow, sleet, and rain.
Yeah.
But definitely high winds are involved. So everybody, please, please, please be careful out there. It is very cold up in this Northeast. So stay safe. And don't do anything stupid.
Don't do anything stupid, please. Just take your time getting to work wherever you got to go, and it'll all be fine, right? Everything's great.
Okay, Kyle Busch.
Everything's just great. Well, again, we're going to get ready to get on out of here, folks. I hope you enjoyed the new overlay. Please leave comments if you got any suggestions on it, because we're kind of relying on you guys on this one. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. I think the lap comparison was pretty cool, AJ.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. That was cool.
But we will see you guys 1 week from now in Bristol, Tennessee. Until then, everyone stay safe. Have a great night, and we'll see you in the next one. There we are, buddy.